lying to us about this, that, and the other thing. And now I'm supposed to believe you're one of the good guys. You're one of the straight shooters now.
I know this guy has an obsession with money. He didn't get the name Money Mayweather for no reason. But after a bit, we've got to start to question this guy's sanity.
I'm shopping, spending money, living life. Money May.
On a recent episode of his podcast, Joe Rogan directly confronted Floyd Mayweather, shedding light on the boxing legend's staggering financial troubles. Rogan revealed that Mayweather is allegedly buried under $500 million in debt, with $20 million still owed to the IRS. He called out Floyd's over-the-top spending habits, labeling them as irresponsible and unsustainable. Rogan's blunt remarks have raised serious red flags about what lies ahead for Mayweather's financial health.
He owed that money to the IRS. How much does he owe?
It's in the $20+ million range.
It's a lot of money, man.
But it's not something that he's been, it's not like deception.
No.
It's just neglect to pay.
Neglect. And it's also like, I think, and there is like a truth to this. He makes so much money that there's probably a point when they're like, hey, it's time to pay your taxes. And you go like, all right, here's a check for $25 million. That's an incredible amount of money. And then they go, that's true, but you owe 50 more. And he's just like, that can't be right. I've given you $25 million.
Yeah, he's bought over 100 luxury cars from the same dealer and always pays in cash.
He has $15 million worth of cars.
Congrats. You can sell those. Money. He needs that money. That money has to keep coming in if you're going to live like this.
It's not that expensive, though, but...
He's only 46. But he does this with everything, man. He's got $1 million watches.
I don't think he buys every pair.
Floyd Mayweather has built a reputation around luxury, flashing piles of cash, flaunting designer brands, and showing off high-end cars across his social media. But beneath the flashy lifestyle is a harsh financial reality. Despite his enormous earnings, reports suggest he still owes millions to tax agencies and private lenders. This stark contrast between what he shows and what he owes reveals a troubling pattern. It's a clear warning of how reckless spending, even from the top, can threaten to unravel even the most successful careers. Questions are now swirling about whether his financial empire can truly hold up.
Around him, how do the lawyers that I'm sure that he employs, the financial people that are probably running his life, telling him to stop spending $1 million a day, how do they not deal with his taxes?
Well, listen, he apparently had a tough time reading the thing, as they say. Like he didn't know what he couldn't read like
that's BS.
Something.
That is BS.
They said something.
Time
like
out.
That.
He is paying. I'm sure he's got a litany of people in his world.
I happen to agree.
Financial management people.
You think so?
How long before he's suing somebody for mismanagement of funds? You know that's happening.
You'd certainly think so. By the way, they announced. I'll get your calls in a second. They did announce the pricing for Mayweather McGregor. $100 for a high def, $90 for standard def. So there you go.
In his early days, Mayweather won fans with his explosive speed and sharp technique. But over time, the focus shifted. He became more of a symbol of extreme wealth than a sports icon. Joe Rogan took note of this change and criticized Floyd for turning his focus from being a fierce competitor to chasing financial gain. This wasn't just a shift in image. It affected how he fought and how he connected with fans. Rogan pointed out that what started as a pursuit of excellence eventually morphed into a money-making machine driven by drama, ego, and profits.
Floyd went from being like a really exciting pressure fighter and he had a bunch of hand problems to like Money Mayweather, start talking just boxing people's faces off. No more hand problems, much more money.
Yeah, I love what he's doing too, beating up these YouTube guys.
It's crazy.
I love it.
It's so funny that these guys are willing to get beat up by him.
Well, I think they're all delusional.
And one of the reasons why people watch him fight is not because he's like Mike Tyson, just goes out and destroys people. They like watching him fight because they hate him. Because he talks so much shit and he's like, look at my $1 million watch, look at my jet, look at my house, look at this. He's like constantly showing you all these things that he has. Like he'll lay out watches in a hotel bed, like this is $1 million worth of watches. This watch goes for $2 million. And they're like, this is my small watch that I take sometimes, but I want to show you, when I show up, I bring out the big boy and it brings out this watch that's covered in diamonds. It's like $5 million. And so you hate him.
The Ethereum Max controversy dealt a major blow to Mayweather's public image. When he promoted the cryptocurrency, many saw it as a cash grab, especially after investors suffered heavy losses. Allegations of a pump and dump scheme soon followed, further damaging his credibility. Critics accused him of prioritizing personal profit over doing what's right. The lawsuit that came next only made things worse, bringing up big questions about the role celebrities play in promoting financial products and whether they should be held accountable. For Mayweather, it marked a serious hit to his reputation.
And Floyd Mayweather are being sued over crypto. The pair was allegedly involved in a crypto scam under the name Ethereum Max, which has no affiliation to actual Ethereum. Kim Kardashian had posted on Instagram promoting the token, which shot up in price and eventually came crashing down as so many do. People believe Kim and Floyd, who promoted the product during his fight with Logan Paul, held a certain percentage of the token and made millions selling. Even NBA star Paul Pierce is getting wrapped up in the whole thing. I learned about this story on Morning Brew. It's a daily email newsletter that keeps you up to date on the hottest business news from Silicon Valley to Wall Street. It's also completely free, so subscribe at the link on the comment of this video to get smart.
Even with all the backlash, Mayweather hasn't shown much regret. He keeps posting about money, success, and his lavish life like nothing's wrong. But this attitude could easily backfire. The more he pushes his image of dominance and control, the more obvious a gap becomes between that image and the growing criticism around him. Instead of silencing the critics, it might actually be drawing more attention to problems.
Competing with one another. Whereas I feel like everybody should be able to choose what they want to choose and go with who they want to go with. I think everybody should work together. And what I always did was I believed in myself. Before anybody else believed in me, I believed in myself.
Many people watching closely have noticed a clear trend. Floyd seems more focused on putting on a show than addressing the real issues. Whether it's over-the-top purchases or strange public appearances, it looks like he's doubling down on persona rather than working to rebuild trust. This shift might point to something deeper, a disconnect from reality where fame is being used to cover up a growing mess.
Won't believe this. Floyd Mayweather is back in the NFT space to launch his metaverse called Mayweather. There will be 5,000 NFTs with different utility, rarity levels, and rewards. But this NFT project is after a series of NFT and crypto scams he's started and promoted throughout the years. Some abandoned projects are Centra ICO, Ethereum Max, Floyd NFT, Bored Bunny, scamming his supporters for over more than $5 million. What do you think? Follow for more NFT news.
Joe Rogan has always been known for speaking his mind. And when it comes to cryptocurrency, he didn't hold back. He compared the crypto craze to high-stakes gambling, technically legal, but ethically questionable. His take reflects what a lot of people are thinking. Celebrities like Mayweather have too much influence and shouldn't be pushing risky investments to the public just for a payday.
Like everyone that I've talked to that wants to come to me with some idea, it's always very strange. Like when people have come to, like my business manager with financial propositions, it's logical. Like it makes sense. Oh, invest in this. This is a fund and it does this and this is how you get a return on your investment. None of that stuff ever made any sense to me. I avoided all of it, luckily, but I was propositioned by multiple different entities about these kind of things. And I was like, I don't know what you're saying. I don't know, like, why would anybody buy an NFT? Like, it's a non-fungible token, and then you put it in a NFT wallet, and you have this thing. I'm like, but I have the same thing on my phone. I can take a screenshot.
Rogan's critique extends to
Rogan's criticism went beyond just Mayweather. It was aimed at the entire culture of digital investing. He warned that many people, lured by promises of quick wealth, ignore how unpredictable and unclear the crypto world can be. His sarcastic remarks about NFT fans showed just how out of touch he believed the trend has become. It wasn't just a joke. It was a pointed observation about how financial hype is often replacing common...
Like it's legal gambling is what it is. And it seems like, even though it's horrible to do and very unethical to dump it, to pump and dump it, it seems like that's legal for some weird reason. Yeah. Because I know that's the turmoil around the Haktua coin. And
I want to start by saying Thank you to all my true fans and all the people that actually watch my stuff and they keep up with me. We're trying to sort out all the pieces and stuff to like get all this figured out and make everything right. Oh my God, I'm gonna cry.
No, don't cry. Don't cry.
That's the fear about the Trump coin. And because anybody can kind of make money now, which is so strange. And we're like, we make a JRE coin. What if we didn't dump it? What if we didn't pump and dump it? Like, what would it be for? How can you just do that? How can you just...
regulations have not caught up yet, right? So, and you see that any new emerging business, industry, technology, I think there are people who look and go, there's an opportunity here because, regulatory policy hasn't caught up.
Rogan's comments about Floyd.
Joe Rogan didn't hold back when talking about Floyd Mayweather's limits outside the boxing ring. His comments struck a chord with many listeners. Rogan pointed out that dominating in a highly controlled sport like boxing is very different from proving yourself in other forms of combat. Just because Mayweather carries confidence doesn't mean it automatically earns him respect in unfamiliar arenas. Rogan's message was clear. Money can buy a lot, but it can't buy real credibility in fields where true skill and experience still matter most.
Mayweather applying for MMA license wants 6 to 8 months to train. He's screwed. First of all, they should give him everything they can get their greasy paws on, get him to fight Conor in an MMA fight.
You'd be screwed.
It's not just getting screwed. Like someone said it should be 1,000 to 1. That's not high enough. It's not high enough. If Conor McGregor was going to fight Floyd Mayweather in MMA, it is as close to 100% as anything ever gets ever. He's probably going to punch Conor in the face a couple of times. It's probably going to suck, but Conor's going to get a hold of him. And then he's going to be like a baby. And if that doesn't happen, he'll kick Floyd's legs out from under him. He'll kick his legs sideways. He'll kick them from the outside. He'll kick them from the inside. He'll stay way the fuck away from any sort of a range where Floyd can punch him. It'll be a completely alien range for Floyd.
The fight with Conor McGregor became...
Mayweather's fight with Conor McGregor became more than just a sporting event. It symbolized a shift toward business over competition. Most people didn't see it as a genuine athletic challenge, but rather a heavily promoted money-making scheme. The fact that Floyd came out of retirement for this bout made it obvious that financial motivation, not love for sport, was driving him. It was a clear example of how he's turned his name and career into a brand designed to sell, not to inspire.
No extensions. That's one thing.
Yeah,
makes sense.
that's one thing.
Okay. What was one of them? The ability to box?
One of them was the ability to box. They said that wasn't an option. Boxing is dead. It's not possible. This and that.
Now, what does that feel like to you, knowing that Conor McGregor did it and fought Floyd Mayweather and made $100 million?
Yes, gentlemen, let's do this.
A bitch, nigga, that's that shit I don't like. No. Sneak this, that's that shit I don't like. Don't like. A snitch.
Floyd has always leaned into boldness and self-promotion, but over time, that confidence has started to lose its effect. Repeating the same boasts, especially while facing serious criticism, has caused many to question his authenticity. The more he talks about his success, the more he seems out of touch with the real concerns surrounding his finances and reputation. What once felt powerful now comes across as hollow.
Well, I think I'm separated now. I don't think there's no boxer in history that has accomplished what I've accomplished. Not bragging or boasting, just speaking the truth. I take my hat off to a lot of legendary champions, that paved the way for me to be where I'm at in the sport of boxing. But that was their era, and this is my era. Had a tremendous career. And we got young fighters that's on the rise, that's under our banner. The ultimate goal is to find the next Floyd Mayweather that can break my records.
So is Gervonta Davis...
Even within his own family, cracks are starting to show. Jeff Mayweather's visible confusion and emotional distance from Floyd point to something deeper than just professional disagreements. They reveal how the pursuit of wealth might be costing Floyd meaningful personal connections. When family members start pulling away, it's often a sign that personal values are being sacrificed for a public image and fortune.
Chips.
I have no idea. Like I said, I don't necessarily see Floyd very much. So we don't really get a chance to talk very much. And so I don't really know what's going on with him. I know he's doing things that, you know, to better his life, like, you know, buying homes and buying, you know, different things. And so, I mean, I don't know exactly what he's doing. So, I mean, I haven't seen him in quite some time. And I haven't heard about him talking about doing any more exhibitions. Maybe he will, maybe he won't, I don't know.
Speculation about international...
There's growing speculation that international deals may be adding to Floyd's financial problems. Some believe that gambling habits or foreign loans could be playing a role in his mounting debt. What used to be seen as global fame now comes with whispers of financial trouble and even potential diplomatic concerns. These aren't just private rumors anymore. They're part of a larger public discussion. And with no official word from Mayweather's camp, the silence only makes things worse, feeding the rumors and increasing the pressure for answers.
The rumors were true, and Floyd Mayweather has been trapped in Dubai for the last 50 days. Gervonta Davis was the first to claim it. Now multiple insider sources have confirmed that he is in fact trapped in Dubai for a debt that has nothing to do with boxing. After doing a little digging, it seems that someone in his camp, while he was shopping for jewelry in Dubai, stole one of the pieces, got away with it, and then blocked all communication with Mayweather. Since then, Floyd has already paid for the jewelry, but they refuse to let him go until they get their piece back. And allegedly, this guy right here is the thief that started this whole mess.
Regarding customs, and I'm giving you my very good supplement and dinner. Please say hi to you and most welcome in Dubai. And if there is anything from Dubai police, we are happy to say.
The flashiness that defined Floyd's brand...
The flashy lifestyle that once defined Mayweather's brand may now be its biggest weakness. While social media still praises his luxurious posts, the reality behind the scenes could be far less glamorous. If there's no real financial stability holding it all together, the image he's created might begin to fall apart. At this point, it's no longer about showing off. It's about whether his legacy can actually survive long term.
Is now the real question.
We got options. I got about 100 cars, but right here, we like to call this the Sweet 16. Lambo, Ferrari, Lambo, Maybach, a Maybach, whatever you want to call it. Of course, the McLaren, the original McLaren. Bentley, Rolls, the Maybach truck or Maybach truck, whatever you want to call it.
With fans and insiders alike raising concerns, it's becoming clear that something needs to change. If Mayweather doesn't shift toward more honest and responsible behavior, he risks watching the reputation he built unravel bit by bit. The conversation around him has moved beyond just money and boxing. It's now about legacy. Every new scandal puts his achievements further in the background, replaced by drama and doubt. For someone once chasing greatness, it's a sobering turn.
So 50's obviously going to take any chance that he can to troll Floyd Mayweather. And I don't know how accurate or true this is. 50 said it was true and then removed it off his Instagram like he sometimes does. He'll chime in on things and then remove it. But luckily for me, I know that he does that, so I screenshot everything that he posts. Just because, you know, he'll remove it and then it's hard to find it. I'm like, damn, it was up there. So just for like podcasts and just research purposes, I always screenshot them, have it on my phone. That way if it's removed, you know, it's like, hey, you know, he did post this. So what am I talking about? Let's go over this. 50 Cent has weighed in on a shocking claim in the ongoing spat between Floyd Mayweather and Gervonta Davis, saying he believes a belief that has allowed him to get in some digs of his own.
Being the world's highest paid athlete should have made Mayweather a permanent icon in sports history. But now, that title feels more like an unfortunate twist. Legal issues and poor financial decisions have chipped away at the respect he once earned. What started as a story of dominance and success has become a warning. A reminder how excess and misplaced priorities can bring even the biggest names down.
Floyd Mayweather, the highest paid athlete, not the highest paid boxer, the highest paid athlete in the world. I had the opportunity and pleasure to be around him for many years. I was his personal shopper. I was a personal friend of his family. One of my greatest memories of being just lucky enough to even be around that environment was watching him train. Watching Floyd Mayweather train is a masterclass in discipline. It is a masterclass in work ethic. It is a masterclass in this is how you execute and get stuff done. Every rep, he hits it hard. There's not one lazy rep. He does everything at such a high frequency, so elevated. I'm like, goodness gracious, watching this man train, it's like, that's how I want to train for life. I've been to the club with Floyd where we leave in the club 3, 4 in the morning and he's still going to hit his 6 miles. He'll have all the cars follow him and he's running down the Las Vegas Strip, down back streets.
That wraps up today's video. Make sure to stay tuned for the next one.